Hi. If you've never been here before, we're doing the week ahead tarot reading, our weekly tarot reading to see what's coming up for the next 7 days. And if you're watching this on YouTube, we are doing this live, and this is edited down from our live stream. So if you ever want to come check out our lives, feel free to come over and hang out with us. We'd love that. But how we go about doing that here is we go by your sign's element, your zodiac sign's element. You can go by your rising sign, your sun sign, whatever it is you want to use. You can go by all of them if you want. And we spin our zodiac wheel to see who goes first. So let's see who is going first this week. Okay, we got air first now. We got air. If you are a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, let's see how your week's gonna go. Air signs, what do we got? Whoa, whoa, whoa. They were ready, weren't they? We have Temperance. The Tower. Okay. All right. Some intensity. And Justice. Air signs. An all major arcana reading for you. Is everything okay? I'm gonna need you to take this week a day at a time, okay? Take this week a day at a time because there's a lot of chaos going on in your life, okay? Lots of chaos, lots of things changing, lots of upheaval for you, but I do feel like this is swift and it is a good thing overall, being paired with the Justice card. However, it might not feel like that this week. You're gonna have to take it a little bit easy, take it a day at a time, and have patience that it's all going to be for the best. I really don't think this Justice card would be here if it wasn't for the best, whatever this huge like upheaval and changes for you. It's going to usher in a time where you're going to be able to think more logically and weigh both sides of things and have a better balance and a better grip on your life. However, it might feel like it's never ending because we have Temperance here. So just take this upcoming week a day at a time. That's all you can really do. When things feel super intense, you just got to pull back and remind yourself that things are okay. You're gonna make it, and you just gotta be extra patient with yourself, especially. Don't get frustrated and mean to yourself. Don't turn that frustration on yourself. Baby steps, okay? And try not to get caught up in the extremes. Try to remain as centered as you can so you can handle whatever life's throwing at you. Okay, your moon card for this week, air signs, is last quarter moon in Sagittarius. Practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. Despite all the chaos and intensity that's going on in your life, what is it that you have to be grateful for? Focus on those things. Hold on to those things. Don't lose sight of that, because I feel like that's going to help you get through this, and that's going to help you approach your week with more logic and patience. Air signs, please take it easy. Breathe. It's all going to be okay. Water. If you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, water signs, you are up. I like that airs was immediate and then water is just sitting here thinking. Okay. The World, Empress, the Five of Cups, Stewing, yeah, exactly, and the Seven of Wands was the extra card here. So 2 major arcana. It's a major arcana night, I guess. We've been seeing a lot lately, a lot of changes happening. So this week looks like you have been focused on the things that you've lost, okay, and rightfully so. It's okay to be upset over the things you lost, and I really do think like the cards are giving you permission to be upset here. I do. Because I feel like there's, for some reason, you have talked yourself out of it being okay for you to be sad. Whether it's people have told you a million times that, like, why are you still sad, or you should get over it, or whatever. They're validating you and saying it's okay to be upset. However, the sadness and the things that you've lost are not the only things going on in your life. You still have a lot of good things going for you, and that's the reminder here. However, they want to lovingly point this out and say that it is valid to be sad and it's okay to be sad, but you do still have so much going on for you. There is so much for you to fight for here. I do feel like this is a call to stand up for what it is you are working towards and what you believe in here, and really advocate for yourself. I'm getting like advocate for yourself vibes, especially if there's someone in your life that's challenging your, like I said, validity in being sad. Stand up for yourself around that, and just stand up for yourself in general. I feel like as we're heading later into this week, you're going to get in touch with this Empress energy, which is beautiful, grounding, fertile, and I don't just mean in like the fertile way, energy, meaning your mind, your creativity has such room to grow. It's nurturing, and it's a call for you to nurture whatever creative ideas that you have and help bring them to life. And I don't know if you're going to be inspired by this sadness that you went through and be able to channel it into something, but I do feel like whatever you're channeling it into and whatever you're pouring your creativity and love and care into, you're going to see good results here by the end of the week. This is closure on something. This is fulfillment. This is feeling more whole. So if you've been feeling a little broken over here, a little sad, by the end of the week, I do feel like you're going to find some wholeness, some completion in something that you're doing, and being able to get back in touch with your creative self, your nurturing side, and your ability to create something from nothing. So keep advocating for yourself, even if that means showing up for you. Okay, showing up for you every day. Advocating for yourself against yourself, you know, like whatever negative self-talk that you have going on. And there's nobody challenging you. It could just be like you fighting for yourself, against yourself. But I definitely see things heading in a better direction by the end of the week. Water signs. For sure. A lot of creative energy coming back. A lot of sensual energy coming back, if that is something that you feel like you've lost. A lot of just feeling radiant and more comfortable in your own skin by the end of the week. Woo! Think it through. New moon in Gemini. Think it through. So maybe sit and think, stew on some things this week before acting. And just know that I do feel like this is relating to this card about being sad. Like, it's okay to sit and think through why you're sad and think about what happened. It's okay to sit and think it through, because this can be applied to like acting impulsively, right? So like saying think it through before you act. But I do think in this situation, it's saying think it through. Like, if you sit and you process why you're sad and what happened and sit on it for a little bit, you'll be able to move through it a little bit better. And maybe it won't be totally gone or totally vanished from your life, because sometimes that's just not how things work, but it will help. What if I'm not sad? Then definitely what the Five of Cups is talking about is you're focusing on the things that you don't have, that you wish you did have, even if there's no sadness around it. You're focusing too much on like what you are lacking and what you desperately want, rather than focusing on what's going on in your life and what you currently already have and the tools that you have that you can use to acquire what it is that you're yearning for. So I do think it's valid to sit and think about what you don't have. And I feel like, so, you know, I said it's okay to be sad. It's also okay to sit and think about the things that you don't have. And I feel like and the things that you do want, right? And sometimes people shame you for thinking that way, of yearning for something that isn't in your life yet, or that you lost or whatever. It's okay to feel that way. Just make sure you sit and assess and tap into your creative energy to be able to move forward. And so you don't get stuck where you are. Fire. Always landing on Leo. Always landing on Leo. So, we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Are you ready? Whoa. Okay. Honestly, this is my least favorite Five of Pentacles in any deck that I own. This is my favorite deck, and yet this Five of Pentacles, I think, really sums up the card. That's the feeling that I get when I pull this card. That's how I look at when I pull this card. Ugh. Not again. Five of Pentacles. Me when I wake up, yeah. It's like that TikTok trend, like, my boyfriend sleeps like a Victorian child dying of the plague. Like, that's what this is. Five of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Okay. And Eight of Swords. All right, fire signs, you're dealing with something. All right, this week. I feel like you're grappling with feeling alone. Here's the thing. Okay. I'm picking up something really strong from these two cards being together, because the Eight of Swords is the mental place we tie ourselves to. Okay, that we're responsible for putting us, for keeping us in this place of self-doubt and negative self-talk. Whether we put ourselves there or someone put this on us is irrelevant. We are the ones who are keeping ourselves in this place still. And it being paired with the Five of Pentacles is sometimes the Five of Pentacles can have a lot of different connotations depending on the cards that are around it. But one that is overlooked a lot of the times, and I talk about this a lot when we pull this card, is how the person in the card, or the people in the card, if you're pulling the original Rider-Waite-Smith, don't even realize that the salvation, the resources that they're looking for, are right behind them. Okay? They are looking for help. They're looking for resources. They're looking for a place to get in from out of being in the cold. And I feel like you've convinced yourself that you're alone in something. Okay, you've convinced this week is all about you facing how you've convinced yourself you are alone in this and how you can break yourself out of that. Okay, they're telling you straight up, like, this is just something you've convinced yourself of. It's not necessarily true. You have so many resources around. You don't have to go through all of this alone. Just because someone or you have convinced yourself that you deserve to just like put up with it and just keep going on alone doesn't mean that that's true. We oftentimes believe the worst things that we say to ourselves. We believe it. So this week, they're like, get in touch with your inner Queen of Cups. Really sit with your emotions. Sit through maybe why you've convinced yourself of this and try to list out so many different reasons as to why this isn't true. It's a good week to sit and process your emotions and focus on what's going on in your internal world and maybe journal it out, think it out, meditate on it, sit with it. Queen of Cups often is associated with animals as well. So if you want to get through this, and like emotionally regulate, go pet a fur baby, watch some cute animal videos. Feel like really anything that will get you in touch with like your good emotions to help you like really process things and understand that you don't have to go through this alone just because you've convinced yourself that you have to go through this alone. All things to work on this week, fire signs, and I really do feel like they're saying, don't brush aside your feelings. Don't keep pushing them down. It's a good time to work through them. made progress on that. Well, let me be mean to myself. Oh, hell yeah, look at you go. Keep doing it. Whoa! Okay, well, this one fits a little too well with this reading. We have last quarter moon in Libra, make time for self-love. This is a week all about self-care. Okay, and I feel like that's definitely reflected with the Queen of Cups because it's... The Queen of Cups has her cup covered, you know, she's keeping things to herself. She's reflecting on her internal world and making time to process her, whatever she's feeling. So make time for some self-love, make time for some self-care. Make this week about you recharging your own batteries and rewriting the inner narrative and getting connected to how you're feeling. So Earth signs, if you are a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, see how our week's gonna go. You have Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Ooh, so much earth. You're in your element this week. And I almost said King of Fire. King of Fire. I mean, there is a volcano exploding in the background of this particular card. King of Wands. All right, look at this king shit. No, you're totally fine, Jake. Don't worry about it. You're on your king shit, and there's so much new opportunity coming in. Okay, so you're in your element, for sure, with the King of Pentacles this week. You're in your element. You're on top of your game. You're working towards building a really stable life for yourself, especially with what you're growing, what you're working towards. The attainable, physical, tangible goals you have, you're doing a great job at staying on top of them, okay? They want to remind you of that. They also want to remind you of your passions. Don't forget that you know what it is that you want and you know how to take action on that. And you have so much that you're passionate about. These two together, unstoppable, okay? As long as you are taking control of your passion and the motivation you have to take action and channel that into tangible steps towards your goals, you are going to be on top of your shit this week. Okay, and also so many new opportunities are coming in with the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to be presented with a lot of new opportunities. Don't shy away from them. Okay, remember, you're on top of it. If you get offered something that you've always wanted, like a job or money or an opportunity to grow in some field, an opportunity to do something that you've always wanted, take it and run with it, okay? Don't turn away from it because you are on your king shit right now. You can handle it. It's not something that you have to run away from or be scared of. It will yield you really good results if you take it, run with it, let it grow. You're doing great. You're on top of it. So if you've been doubting yourself in the direction that you've been heading and what you've been working towards, don't doubt it. These two kings are here to be like, you have figured it out. You've figured it out. So keep going. And also remember to stay grounded because with the King of Wands, I feel like you can get really caught up in what's exciting you, get all up in your head and, you know, like your energy is bouncing around a little bit. Remember to ground. The King of Pentacles is reminding you, my mouth is moving, my mind's moving faster than my mouth. It's a good reminder to ground, root, and come back down to earth. Because your energy could be bouncing all over the place with this Wands energy. And you don't want to burn yourself out too quick. So let's pull your moon card. Full moon in Gemini. Embrace the flow of life. Okay, Earth signs. We know it's really hard for you to go with the flow. You like a plan. You like order, you like control. But this week, you're gonna have to go with the flow a little bit. Work with where life's pushing you. Come back to the other things that you had planned when it's optimal. Don't try to force something that's not working. Go with the flow. Full moon in Gemini. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. And I hope you all have a good week. All right, let me switch back to my fancy YouTube scene for a second. It's so fancy. Anyway, thank you for listening to this, and we're going to say goodbye to our YouTube scene. So bye, YouTube. Thank you for watching. Hope you all have a great week if you're watching this on Monday on YouTube. And